This is 48-year-old Rachel. She fell in love with 25-year-old Alex.
We felt like it was meant to be.
Kindred spirits.
However, this couple caused quite a stir when they revealed they were dating.
The first video that we ever posted talking about tips for dating a cougar, within a day, I think it was at like 300,000 views.
And this age gap relationship not only shook their followers on social media.
We found this out from TikTok. People say that we look alike. We've had sometimes people mistake us for mother and son or like brother and sister.
But also their own families.
My oldest son, Ben, was not as accepting as my youngest son.
It's the moment of truth.
I found out, through my friend who texted me, and I didn't know what was going on. I was really confused. And I'm like, Mom, you're putting this out in public. You're a teacher.
Should I wear like a dress or
Yes, the
you
dress
want a
is
dress?
the better. Black, white,
What
red,
about-
and the shorter the better.
Make your butt look so beautiful.
I'm Rachel, and this is my boyfriend, Alex, who's 23 years younger than me.
Want to eat
Yes,
breakfast?
I'm ready.
I need coffee.
All right, breakfast time. So this is one of the best things about our relationship that Rachel can definitely attest to, is that we help each other as a couple. Like sometimes I'll cook,
Yep.
sometimes she'll cook,
That's true.
sometimes I'll clean, or
I
she'll
never
clean,
had that
vice
before.
versa.
It's nice.
We've been dating for almost 2 years now, since December of 2020, and God, it feels longer than that because we've gone through so much.
I was newly divorced, and a friend of mine convinced me to get on a dating app where I met Alex. I was very hesitant because he looked young to speak to him.
So initially, I didn't think anything of it. I was actually excited about the opportunity to be with a woman who was much older than me.
And when we asked each other's age, he said he was 23, and I was like, oh no, he is way too young. I was like, no. But we'd already started talking, and we continued talking, and it just felt so natural and easy, and so it just kind of snowballed into what it became.
There really is no difference in this relationship from a quote-unquote normal one, besides the fact that she happens to be older than me. And there's plenty of men that date much younger women, and like I said, no one bats an eye to it, but God forbid a older woman be with a younger man and be happy.
So I had done TikTok before, and I'd stopped doing it after my divorce and everything.
And she forced us to
I
do
did
it.
not
That's what
force-
happened. I was hesitant.
Yeah.
She created the monster.
I did.
This was the first video that we ever posted. We had 0 followers, and it was a quick little 15-second video talking about tips for dating a cougar. Within a day, I think it was at like 300,000 views.
Yes.
It was definitely a way crazier situation for Rachel because she was a high school teacher, and all her students found out about it, and they were all
They found
tagging
mine.
each other in it and freaking out like, oh my God, it's Miss
Yes.
Allen. And it,
commenting all over.
crazy. But then Rachel had the situation at school, and she was like, we need to delete this video.
Their biggest concern was that the parents and everybody thought he was one of my students. I was like, no. Like, no, he's not a student here.
So this is our TikTok account. We're at 71,000 followers right now, and we've had a few, big videos. This was our biggest one at 6.5 million. And the comments are what is really funny, Mommy, is that you? She's not old, she's vintage. Bro's dating his sister's mom. So cool for the dating, but the lady is trying too hard not to look her age. I mean, she's wearing what 14-year-olds wear nowadays.
One thing that's interesting, and we found this out from TikTok, people say that we look alike. We've had sometimes people mistake us for mother and son or like brother and sister. We belong to this gym, and the guy who worked at the front desk was like, mother and son. I can already tell.
I can see it.
Yeah, I
y'all
can
look
see it.
just alike. And I was like,
And we just kind of laughed it off, and I think after about 2 weeks of us coming there, he started to slowly
he
get
started
the
to realize
message,
we were
yeah.
not really mother and son. I have 2 sons, Ben, who is 23, and Joel, who is 19.
When my boys found out, my youngest is very kind of like Alex, actually. He reminds me a lot of Alex. He's very kind of carefree.
When we were in Austin, she said, you remind me of my JoJo.
Yeah,
her
my
son.
Joel, yeah.
And I was like, oh, great.
My oldest son, Ben, however, it was not as accepting as my youngest son. It's still a work in progress. Ben is actually coming this weekend. I'm hoping that him and Alex can bond a little more and get to know each other better. I feel like
It's
they would...
It's the moment of truth.
My name is Ben. I'm 22, and Rachel is my mom. So the way that I found out about Alex was originally one of my friends from high school actually sent me a text and it had a TikTok in it, and they were like, you know, I'm so sorry. I was really, really upset. Everybody's gonna know, like everybody's going to just be trashing on my mom and my family. And so I was really upset at her for not only doing this with Alex, but you know, making it public so that everybody can see. Because I mean, the video went viral. So I was really upset.
Hey, buddy.
How you doing, Ben? What's up, man? How you doing? How was the drive?
It was all right.
So what did you think when you first found out about Alex? What was one of your reactions?
I mean, originally I was like obviously really upset because I found out, you know, through my friend who texted me, and I didn't know what was going on. I was really confused. I just saw the TikTok, you know, it was something about, you know, dating a cougar, stuff like that. And I'm like, I mean, Mom, you know, you're putting this out in public. You're a teacher. Every kid has TikTok. Everybody's gonna see this.
So it was more about the TikTok issue, or was it more about the fact that I was dating a guy that was a lot younger?
Definitely both, especially considering your principal had to make sure that it wasn't a student going there. So
Yeah.
I mean, obviously that was somewhat of an issue as well. I mean, he's just a
So
couple
you
years
feel-
older than me.
You feel protective over me.
Yeah, I mean, I definitely do still feel protective over you. I mean, as my mom.
Well, good.
Yeah, but I mean, I kind of understand a bit more that, I mean, you shouldn't care as much about what other people think. And so I can kind of understand a little bit more, but I mean, obviously I'm still going to be protective over you.
Right.
So.
I completely understand where Ben was coming from when he reacted that way to the first TikTok we
Yeah,
posted, because
yeah.
you're his mother and it is a unconventional thing that we're doing.
know,
So
yeah.
I'm sure you get the thoughts that she's maybe your like sugar mama
Yeah,
or something
right.
like that. Is like definitely not. The high school teacher
I
does
know,
not make
right,
enough to be a
right,
sugar
exactly.
mama.
yeah.
Here's your 25 cents. Go get your bubble gum.
Well, yeah, I mean, I'm glad that we've gotten as far as we've gotten, you know, I mean, we've come a long way from where we originally started. And I mean, things might still be a little bit weird, but I mean, you know, I like you. And
Likewise, of course.
yeah, I mean, I just,
Likewise. To both of you.
it's gotten definitely a lot better than it initially was at first.
I was pleasantly surprised, and it seems like he's really coming around to it. He seems like, you know, he's much more open to hanging and spending time around me than, you know, the first time we met, when he didn't even, you know, want to have lunch and sit down with me. Let bygones be bygones, as they say.
It's like new beginnings, like you said.
Yes.
New beginnings, yep. Cheers. There are new things in the future for us. I don't know what it holds, but I know that I'm happy and excited to continue this life with
On our
my
little
baby.
journey. Yes. You know, we've gone through war together and come out on the other side.